So today I'm talking about a P0128 code, what it is and how you go about fixing it. And so what is a P0128 code? Well, it's a coolant temperature below thermostat regulating temperature. And so what does this mean? Well, basically, that's what's called an engine coolant temperature sensor. So that's just reporting back to the computer what the temperature of the engine is. And after the engine starts up, it should warm up to around 160 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit within a set time period, usually within a few minutes. But if the engine doesn't warm up to around 160 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the engine, then the computer is going to set this P0128 code, and it's going to have to be troubleshooted to know why. And so what would be some possible causes of a P0128 code? Well, the first thing to go and do whenever there's some kind of engine temperature problem is go and check the coolant level and be sure that's good. Be sure to let the engine cool down and that it's not hot. And go and check the coolant level and be sure it's at the right level, that it's not low or anything like this. Because if it is low, then that can throw off these sensors. It can cause them to get bad readings, and cause other issues and things like that. And so the first thing to go and do is check the engine coolant level and be sure it's good. The next thing that could cause this is a bad engine coolant temperature sensor or the wiring going to it. If that engine coolant temperature sensor's gone bad, it might just be reporting bad information back to the computer. So the computer just thinks there's a problem when there isn't. There's some different ways to go about testing these sensors. These engine coolant temperature sensors are what's called a thermistor, which is a resistor whose resistance changes with the temperature. So if you have a multimeter, you can go and look up what the specifications are for that particular engine coolant temperature sensor. The sensor can be differences between sensors. You check to see what the temperature is. You set your meter to ohms, and the sensor should fall within that range. And if it doesn't, if it goes higher than that or lower than that, then you know there's a problem with it. There's some good videos on this and how you go about testing these sensors. I've made videos on this. I'll put a link down in the description box below if you want to check that out. You can also go and check the wiring going to that sensor. It's always a good idea to get a wiring diagram for that specific vehicle, but usually 5 volts is going to that sensor. As the engine heats up, the resistance value is going to change inside of that thermistor, which is going to change the voltage coming out the other side, which is going back to the computer, and the computer can do its calculations and know what the temperature of the engine is. So if you have a multimeter, you can go and check the wiring and be sure that's good. Another thing to mention with these engine coolant temperature sensors is that there can be more than one. Sometimes there could be 2 or even 3. Again, it's really going to vary. It's going to depend on the vehicle, the year, the make, the model, things like this. For example, right here, here's an engine coolant temperature sensor number 1. And then over here, down on the radiator, is an engine coolant temperature sensor number 2. So basically be aware there can be more than one engine coolant temperature sensor. And the next thing that could cause this is a bad engine thermostat. And basically, the thermostat is a mechanical device that controls the temperature of the engine. When the engine's cold and it just starts up, this thermostat stays shut, so no coolant can flow past it. But as the engine warms up, this thermostat's going to open up, let coolant flow past it, which is going to go to the radiator, get cooled, go back into the engine, cool the engine, and just go into a loop like this. But if the thermostat goes bad, sometimes they get stuck shut or they get stuck open. When they get stuck shut, the engine's going to overheat. But when they get stuck open, the engine can run colder than it should be. There's some different ways to go about checking to see if that thermostat is having an issue. I made a video on this. I'll put a link in the description box below if you want to check that out. Another thing to mention with these thermostats is that you can run a thermostat that runs a little hotter or a little colder, depending on the local climate. And if for some reason the wrong thermostat was installed in a vehicle, say in a climate that's very cold, then that could potentially trigger this code. This isn't going to happen too often, but just be aware that you can't buy thermostats that run a little hotter or a little colder. But the next thing that could cause this is a bad engine thermostat. And the next thing that can cause this is that there's some kind of issue going on with the cooling system. And usually when this happens, you're going to know it. The engine will be overheating. It'll be losing all its coolant or something like that. So this isn't going to be too common. But if there is some kind of issue like a bad water pump or a blocked up passage, then that could be causing issues in the cooling system, which could throw off the readings on these sensors and things like that and just trigger this P0128 code. This is going to be the same thing if there's a mechanical failure inside the engine, like a bad head gasket or a bad bearing or something like that. Usually if that happens, the engine will overheat. So again, this isn't going to be too common, but just be aware that if there is some kind of cooling system problem or a mechanical problem or something like that, then that can cause a loss of coolant, which can trigger these P0128 codes. So the last thing on the list is going to be some kind of cooling system problem or some kind of mechanical failure. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to give a basic overview of how you go about fixing a vehicle with the P0128 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.